What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're working on the E92 again, just trying to smash it out, get it ready. We have got some new coilovers have just arrived because this thing is currently looking like a monster truck and we can't be having that. And one of the very few things you need for drifting ideally is coilovers to make it nice and stiff, because trying to drift with stock suspension is not it. If you watched the previous video, you'll see the car weren't starting. Well, it still isn't started. But, well, there's no but really. I just need to still figure it out. In the next couple of days, I'm going to take the rocker cover back off and check timing, make sure it hasn't skipped timing, because it's kind of known on these engines to skip timing. So if it has done that, it'll be good in the sense that I found the problem, but then I've got to do the timing chain, which isn't that bad. It's just it's a few £100 in parts, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, we're slowly getting away. We're slowly getting there with this car. Let me show you the coilovers. As you can see, it doesn't sit very low at the moment. We need to do something about it. Obviously, Max Speedos has sent us some coilovers to get on this thing. Let's open them up and see what we got in here. Dun, 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 dun. As always, they give you the tools as well, which is good. Even matches the blue of the car. Perfect. Cool thing is as well, they send you adjustable drop links for your anti-roll bar, which a lot of companies don't. You have to buy them separately, so that's super cool. And then got your rear adjusters, your rear springs. These are the cool ones. Oh, look at them beauties. It's got camber adjustment on the top, and you've got 24-way adjustment of the dampener, so you can make them softer or stiffer, whatever you want. They look lovely. Quite a bit of camber adjustment there, which is good. Be able to make the wheels poke out and then add some camber, because obviously I'm going to run higher offset wheels. But look at that. Beautiful. And then here is your rears as well. And they're all height adjustable as well. So, because a lot of coilovers, if they don't have the height adjustability, you end up lowering your car with the spring, which makes it so you've got less travel in your suspension. But these all have adjustment in the actual collar, so you don't have to alter the spring ratio, and they work perfect no matter what height you're riding, basically. Yeah, lovely. Let's get this car jacked up and install these bad boys. I've also bought these Polybush top mounts, because E92s have issues with their top mounts. I have also bought like billet lower mounts, but I think I've left them at home, and my house is like half an hour from here, so I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to install them and then I'll change the bottom mount another day. But yeah, let's get these installed on there. All right, so I've got the wheel off. Perfect example of the failed top bush. That's why I've got some poly ones to go in. I don't even know. It's like parts of the car coming through in there. What the hell? And it's got play up and down. It's hard to do, but yeah, this is had it. Let's get this swapped out. I think, by the looks of it, I've never done coilover on one of these, but I think undo that bolt there, drop this, and there's a bolt underneath here that holds the actual dampener in as well. So yes, I think I'll undo the dampener one first, maybe. Let's see. Right, so you just got to undo this bolt here, push that through. There's another one under here you got to undo, and then the one up the top here, which is a very nightmare to get to. Yeah, I'll show you. This shock, I haven't undone it, and it's completely loose. The top's blown out completely. I just went inside and I found this, a paint roller, wedged in there to stop it making noise. You can see the foam. Nice. Yeah, I've got the bottom bolt out. Now I just need to get the top bolt out to get the washer off and then pull it out. The top bolt have to climb in the back. I should have done this before putting bucket seats in, but it is down there. You just about see it there? Put the seats down. See? In there. Oh, it's a bit tight getting in and out with the buckets. Got all the rear all done. It's all in there and nice and tight. Yeah, I'm just not going crazy with setting it all up, but I've set up my droop, so basically jack it up until this is just starting to be under tension, and then you adjust this down to it. Yeah, poly bush at the top as well. Lovely. Now onto the front. That looks much better. Look at that. Obviously I can't really run these because they're way too grippy for the power of this car, but it looks good. Let's do the front and get rid of that big gap. All right, so I've got the old one out, absolute mission, because obviously as you can see it's all rusty. That was an absolute pain. I wedged a screwdriver in here and then just basically stamping on this, but eventually got it out. Let's put this new one in and we'll go from there. There we go, all installed. I just need to install the adjustable tie rods now, but do that in a bit. I've set the camber to max camber. Yeah, looking lovely. Just need to fit them quick, put a wheel on it, and then we'll see. Like, I haven't adjusted this at all, so I don't know how it's going to sit, but I'll adjust it again at a later date. It's all right for now. All installed now. I need to lower it a little bit more, it's still a bit high, but again, I'll do that another day because these aren't the wheels that are actually staying on the car because they're way too wide. The rear look perfect though, look at that. Yeah, the front we need to adjust that a little bit, but it's looking good. Proper suspension instead of that old worn out junk. You can hear a Wild Ross. Look at the setup. Bang in. So that's probably going to be it for today's video. I didn't film as much as I was hoping to film because the job took way longer than I expected. The original suspension on this car was so rusted on there and stuff. It took me literally all day to change the suspension, where on an E36 I could probably do the whole thing in an hour, and it took me all day. So I'm a bit knackered, but car's looking way better already. I still need to lower the front a little bit more to get the fitment right, but like I said earlier, I don't want to play around with fitment too much just yet because I need to still buy some wheels for this car, because currently I only have loads of 17s on the shelf, and I think this car is going to look better on 18s. It looks alright at the moment with the 17s, but it's got really big tyres on them because they're for the 2J car, the rears. So they're 10Js with like high profile and wide. And obviously this car is less than 300 horsepower, so not going to be able to spin them up. Ideally want to be running like 225s, 235s, something like that. So I'm going to keep an eye out for some 18-inch 5x120s, see if any come up cheap. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.